Therefore I am stressing on this point. Where is book? Where is book? Where is book? So kindly help me. This is my request.
When you do that, you'll stay in transcendental consciousness because you're always thinking about giving, how to give Krishna others. So get books. That's number 2. This is a picture of the devotees at the Rath Yatra in Los Angeles last year. They packed 7,500 books before the Rath Yatra. And we distributed them during the parade. There's multiple languages. This is a man I met who was from Afghanistan who spoke Farsi. And he was very eager to read the book. He asked me if I bowed, if I prayed 5 times a day, and bowed to Mecca, and I said I prayed 16 times a day. And he said, then I'll buy the book. So that book he's holding is in Farsi. So we have various kinds of books. We have Farsi books, we have books in Spanish. The details of how to sell a Bhagavad Gita. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay. First one is radar. You have built-in radar, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Second is qualify. You have to qualify the people before you show them the book. Third is trust the hand, because the hand has a mind of its own, and you can deal with the hand instead of dealing directly with the person or his mind. Next is to learn and give a nutshell presentation when you present the book. Show and tell. Everything's there in the Bhagavad Gita to show and tell, and they'll be interested. How to give a compliment. Humor and engage. Now I'll explain these steps. Radar is a system for getting information about an object that's not close to you. And so I'll show you how to use radar. You hold up your hand like this, okay? Everyone hold up your right hand. Now turn it towards somebody. You can turn it towards me and I'll turn mine towards you. Now I'm going to teach you a mantra. You hold, the power comes out, mystic power comes right out of the palm of your hand here, and when you point it, it'll give you a reading. When the beam of mystic power comes out, it touches the person, it will come back to you and give you a reading, and it'll tell you all about the person and whether they're qualified for you to take the next step. So you pointed at me, I'm pointing at mine at yours, and now say the mantra after me. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Hi!
Hi!
Very good, I can feel it. Did you feel it? Everyone's laughing and you can feel it now. See, because that beam hit you and now it comes back. So you want to find this out about someone, this radar, you're pointing it, and then you use the hand power, and you'll get a reading. You'll see if you point it, some people won't look at you, some people will look the other way. Other people, they'll smile and they'll say hi back. And what that tells you is whether the person is a ripe fruit or an unripe fruit. And I'll go into that a little bit. The person in question. Because if you just walk up to somebody and jam a book into them, they're going to wonder what you're doing and they'll be confused. And the confused mind always says no. So first thing is to ask them a question. Are you from San Jose? Are you from San Jose?
Yes.
I'll show you one too. So now tell me you're not from San Jose. Are you from San Jose?
No.
Oh, great. I'll show you one. So whether he says yes he's from San Jose or no he's not from San Jose, it doesn't matter. Whatever noise comes out of his mouth qualifies him to take a look at the book. And watch. Did you see that? Watch, I'll show you again. Here. Okay. Now listen. The eyes see, the ears hear, the tongue speaks, the feet walk, the hands, they just grab things. Now even if the person's unaware of it, if you deal with the hand and trust the hand, he may be thinking yes, no, whatever, but you just talk to the hand and trust the hand and you hold it out and put the book in their hand. Because as soon as the person has a book in their hand, then they get purified. Prabhupada said just by touching the book, they're guaranteed a human birth in their next life. That's worth it in and of itself. Next is to give a nutshell presentation. As you're handing the book over for them to look at, you need to satisfy their mind, and the question their mind wants to know is, what is in it for me? So as you are handing the book over, you speak a nutshell verse, and here's an example of something you could say. Books on yoga and meditation
Books on yoga and meditation.
shows you how to get free from stress.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation
Books on yoga and meditation.
shows you how to get free from stress.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
Hi,
Hi.
are you from San Jose?
No, I'm not.
Great. I'll show you one. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation gets you free from
Shows you how to get free from stress.
shows to get you how to get free from stress.
Good. Now, a nutshell presentation means you want to practice it over and over and over again. So if I come wake you up at 1 in the morning tonight and say, what's the nutshell presentation? You'll sit up in bed and you'll say, books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. That's how many times you want to practice it, because when you get out there and you're dealing with a live person, your mind's going to go all over the place and they're not going to cooperate with you. So you have to know your nutshell presentation. A question. Now a question, make a question mark in the air like this with your hand. Do this. Now you're all engineers. If you're going to take that drawing that you just made and turn it into something solid like wood or metal, what would it be? What else would it be practically? A hook? Yeah, it would be a hook, wouldn't it? Look. Make it out of wood? It's a hook, isn't it? Remember this, a question is a hook. Whoever's asking the question is directing the conversation. That's which way the conversation goes, who's asking the questions, right? See? I ask you a question, you have to respond. I'm bringing you along in a certain way. So after I say, books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress, I use a hook to hold them in and I ask them, you've heard of stress before, right? Have you heard of stress before?
Yes.
Really? You don't look stressed. This is the compliment. Your eyes look spiritual. What's your secret? Now here's a very powerful mantra and a question. What is your secret? When you ask somebody what their secret is, why their eyes look so spiritual, then what happens is they feel like they're in on the whole thing. Now they'll say a lot of different things, like they'll say, I don't have a secret, and then I say, you're a natural. Or they'll say, I practice yoga, and I'll say, I knew you were into this. So the feeling is that they're in on this with me, because they have a secret, they already know about this kind of thing. So the sequence is, and again, these are just general ideas of how to get started in book distribution. You don't have to use them exactly the way I do, but I'm giving you a template. And you can, once you learn the template, you can do it your own way. And if there's certain parts of the template that you're not completely comfortable with, you can substitute other things, but I'm giving you a general idea how to proceed, okay? You've heard of stress before? They say, yeah, sure. I say, you don't look stressed. Your eyes look spiritual. What's your secret? And then, show and tell. Now, everything you need to show and tell is in the book or on the book. And in some companies, what they do for their sales force is they give them a flip book. If they're selling glass cabinets or something, they'll have a flip book all about glass cabinets. They'll go in, they'll put the flip book on the desk, and they'll just flip through and they'll say, look, here's how it works. Here's what the product is. Here's how much it costs. And they don't even have to memorize anything. They already know what's on the book. They just show it. It's on the book. They just show it, right? So this is also, it's all our product, and it's also the flip book. Everything you need to sell the book is in or on this book. So show and tell, and then there's a compliment involved, which I'll show you in a minute. There's humor, and then there's asking for donation. So this part's very important, because when we ask for a donation, we're engaging them in Krishna service. So if they give something, then they get great benefit and power to be able to read the book. We also teach them the Mahamantra, give them prasadam, take down their contact information, and thank them. So what are the different elements? How to engage people?
Ask for donation.
Donation. Why do we ask for donation?
To gain Krishna's service.
When they engage in some service, then what?
They get benefited by it.
They get some benefit, and they'll also be interested in reading the book. What's another way to engage them?
Teach them the mantra.
Teach them the Mahamantra. What else? Prasadam. That's, and if no people won't engage in chanting the Mahamantra or giving donation, can we still give them prasadam?
Yes.
Of course. Give prasadam to everybody, wherever you go. All living entities like prasadam. What else? I'll give you a refresher. donation, Mahamantra, Prashadam,
Take their contact number.
contact information so we can meet them again. We can invite them to other programs. And last but not least, give a hearty thank you for them taking their time. These are ways to engage people. Next are some of the details about asking for donation. When we get them to chant the Mahamantra, a question that I ask people is, do you believe in the power of prayer? Do you all believe in the power of prayer?
Yes.
Do you? Great, then I'll teach you this mantra. Please repeat after me.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare.
Excellent. And give prasadam. This boy thought he was stealing prasadam because he thought we were selling, so he eating as fast as he could. But the joke was on him. That's why Kurnoff is smiling. And right there in their name, address, phone number, email, birthday, pet's name. Get everything down, because the more information you have, then the more easy it is to follow up with people. Okay? And at the end, give them a thank you for taking their time. What does that represent? Is that our prime directive? To leave everyone with a good impression, right? What's our prime directive?
To leave
everyone
everyone
with
with
good
good
impression.
impression.
Okay. Now, here's how to sell a Bhagavad Gita on its own merit. Prabhupada emphasized this, that you just have to present it the way it is. The merit is in the book. So, you already know about radar. Show me your radar. Okay, next is to qualify, and what's qualification? What do you do?
Where are you from?
Yeah, ask them a question, right? And whatever they say, that qualifies them. And what does trust the hand mean? Put the book in their hand, and while you're putting the book in your hand, you want to give them a nutshell presentation, right? So that nutshell presentation, we say, books on yoga and meditation.
It shows you how to free from stress.
Repeat after me. Books on yoga and meditation.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
Repeat after me. Books on yoga and meditation.
Books on yoga and meditation.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation.
Books on yoga and meditation.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
Shows you how to get free from stress. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation show you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation show you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation show you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation to show you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation that shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation that shows you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation show you how to get free from stress.
Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. So that's your nutshell presentation. So it goes like this. Radar. Hi.
Hi.
Now you're going to get a reading back. If they smile, if they're friendly, if they look at you, then you can ask them a question to bring them closer. Are you from San Jose?
Are you from San Jose?
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll show you too. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. As I'm handing the book over, I give the nutshell presentation.
One question.
Yes.
You asked me.
Do we have the microphone? Is it available for?
If you're asking me something, if you're from San Jose, then anybody can ask, well, why do you want to know? Like that?
Oh, if someone says, why do you want to know? Well, first of all, when I'm giving this course, you're going to think of exceptions to all kinds of rules. And that people might say this, they might say that, right? These are incidents that happen infrequently, first of all. So first learn the basic thing, and then you can learn how to deal with a lot of the exceptions. I will address the exceptions as we go through, but I just want you to keep in mind that when you learn the basic thing first, then it'll be a lot easier for you to deal with all the exceptions. No. You say, because we're showing these books today, you can just cut to the next thing. And what we're doing is we're picking ripe fruits. If someone's a ripe fruit, it means that they're ready. They're soft, they're nice, and I'll show you pictures of what people are like that. And if they're not, then you can just thank them, leave them a good impression. If they're combative and they say, why do you want to know? I don't want to be talked to today. Why are you bothering me? then you don't have to pursue it. Say, oh, no, that's okay, have a nice day. Let them go. Okay? It could be, depending on how they say it. So, are you from San Jose? Why do you want to know? I'm just doing a survey, and it's okay, you don't have to participate. And just be friendly and let them go. Oh, why do you want to know? Are you doing something here today? It's a different mood. It's like, yeah, sure, it's because we're picking out people from San Jose or from out of town, and we're showing these books. Have a look. Okay, you have to think about what the goal is, and that is to find people who are open. Part of qualification. So, asking a question, you've heard of stress before, right? You find very helpful because when people answer this question, then we have an opportunity to give them a compliment. Really, you don't look stressed. Most people say, yeah, I've heard of stress, and they say it in such a way to indicate that, yes, I'm very stressed. And we would be like, really, you don't look stressed. You look very peaceful. Your eyes look balanced, and they look spiritual. What's your secret? Say, what's your secret?
What's your secret?
Ask the person next to you what their secret is.
What's your secret?
Ask.
What's your secret?
Ask.
What's your secret?
Yeah. When you ask somebody what their secret is, then they feel like they have some important information to divulge. And it brings them closer to you in the book. So it's a very powerful question. Try it. You'll see. So when they tell me their secret, whatever it is, I've handed them the book already when I qualified them. I say, what's your secret? And they tell me, I say, great, I'll show you really quick. And I take the book to show them. And now, this comes the easy part, because it's just show and tell. First of all, it's name dropping. On the back of the book, you'll find here, Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi. Look on the back of your book if you have one. Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi. You see that? In the back cover. You see? Also in America, famous people, Einstein, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we also mentioned them. And if you have others that you know, there's a long list of people who have read the Bhagavad Gita. All you're doing is dropping names and you're taking them out of a little bag and throwing them up like this. Gandhi, Thoreau, Emerson, Einstein, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., because it builds credibility, just showing them. Okay? Next is, right inside the book, are a list of universities. So we show people right in here, USC, next page, Georgetown University. This builds credibility. I tell people, this book has been translated over 400 times, and out of all the versions, this has become the most popular in the universities. And I show them USC and Georgetown University. Got it? Okay. Next is the pictures. So right inside your book, in the middle, you'll find a bunch of pictures. And one of the first ones that you can show people is this changing bodies. So in the changing bodies, you'll find you can start here and say, look, we all start here, we end up here, we start here, we end up here, we're just passing through. Repeat after me. We start here,
We start here.
we end up here,
We end up here.
we're just passing through.
We just pass through.
We start here,
We start here.
we end up here,
We end up here.
we're just passing through.
We pass through.
We start here,
We start here.
we end up here,
We end up here.
we're just passing through.
We just passing through.
So then you can engage him by asking another question is, where are you in all this? Where are you?
This one?
Yeah, he says he's right here. Right? And so people like it, they'll look at it and they'll think, oh, where am I? And sometimes they'll say here, and then, you know, if it's a father, their son will come up, no, Dad, you're over here. And, you know, they get into it. But they identify with it, it gets them absorbed. So you want to show them the picture and engage them in that process, right? Next step, ask them a question. You've heard of karma before, right? Ask me.
You
You
have
have
heard of
karma
karma, right?
Yeah, I have. And then you can ask, what does it mean to you? Ask me.
What is it
What does it
mean
mean
to
to
you?
you?
And then, now here comes the part where you can compliment people. Because everyone, well, most people have heard of karma. So I'll say, you've heard of karma before, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
Some bad activity I do, something comes to me.
Some bad activity, something comes to me. Say it again.
Some bad activity I do and some reactions come to me.
Okay, so now, he's given me his definition, so here's the next thing. Whatever he says, doesn't matter what it is, I go like this. Whoa! That's a really good way to put it. Okay, so I'm going to ask you again. You've heard of karma before, right?
Yes.
What does it mean to you?
Some bad activity I do and I get some reaction.
Whoa! That's a good way to put it. Okay, now all of you get ready because I want you to dramatize this. Get ready. Are you ready? Okay. Ask me. All y'all ask me, you've heard of karma before, right? Yeah?
What does it mean to you?
Well, you know, kind of like stuff's moving around and there's things happening and stuff like that. Very good. Try it one more time. Ask me again. Come on.
Have you heard of karma before?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
Oh, you know, things go up and down and around and everything like that. Yeah, there you go. Like really lean back. There's going to be this pent-up energy because you know you're going to come out with this, whoa! And they'll feel it. And it's building up to that. And you ask them about the karma thing, whatever they say. And if they don't know anything, if they don't say, I've never heard of karma, it's really rare, that's another exception, but you can say, like, you know, you've heard of it, what goes around comes around, and say, yeah, what goes around comes around, whoa! Give them credit. That's a really good way to put it. But really lean back and you can't over-dramatize this. Really get into it, okay? Then the next thing is to show them this picture. There's a picture of a man with a cow's head and a cow with a man's head right in the book. And familiarize yourself with where these pictures are so you can turn to them quickly. And you can show people, look, here's a cow with a man's head and a man with a cow's head. Look, violence breeds violence, right?
Violence breeds violence.
And generosity breeds
generosity.
And now comes the humor. You ready for the humor?
Yeah.
Okay, so the humor comes part. There's a picture right behind the universal form of this yogi. Have you seen the yogi before? Yeah? He's been sitting for a long time. Okay, now you can ask people, so what do you do professionally? Anybody here work?
Engineer.
What kind of engineer are you?
Electrical.
Electrical engineer. So they say, I'm an electrical engineer, and then you say, really? This guy used to be an electrical engineer. Anybody else here work?
Yes,
Yeah?
I'm an engineer too.
You're an engineer too. What kind of engineer are you?
Mechanical engineer.
And where do you work?
Oh, in general, in real life you're asking?
Yeah.
Well, I am an IT person.
IT, what company?
Deloitte.
Deloitte.
Yeah.
This guy used to be IT in Deloitte. So you'll find that you ask people, and if you're really specific and ask them what they do, and you show them this picture, 50% of the people will laugh right away. And the other 50% of the people say, really? And then they say, no, not really, and then they laugh. 100% of the time they laugh. And as soon as they do, that's when you close the book and you hand it back to them and you say, we don't sell these like in a bookstore, but if we did, how much do you think it would be? Now you see, there's a timing thing, because as soon as I tell the joke, they're laughing, right? And then just as I'm handing the book back to them, I said, we don't sell these like in a bookstore, but if we did, how much do you think it would be? Want to see it again? Because see, the thing is, they might be thinking in their mind, is this for sale? And as soon as I'm handing the book back, I erase that by saying, we don't sell these like in a bookstore, but if we did, how much do you think they would be? Okay? So that's a valid question. How much do you think it would be? So what do you think people say when I ask them that?
They say $50.
They say, I don't know. A lot of people say, I don't know. I say, I know you don't know, but just give a guess. So then they'll say,
Then some say some $20,
$20. Then we say, that's pretty close. What's another amount? How much do you think these would be?
100.
That's pretty close. Whatever they say, I say that's pretty close. If they say 100, I say that's pretty high. But then the next thing is, I said, but we don't sell it. We just take a donation. So if you give a donation, you can take it with you. We don't sell it.
We don't sell it.
So if you give a donation, you can take it with you.
You can take it.
And then I explain to them, because some people hesitate, they'll say, the only reason we ask for donation is because when you give something in return for spiritual knowledge, you get 1,000 times the benefit. Okay? And what's this a benefit for? Why do you need the money? It's for the printing of the books. We spread love of God. We help people who are suffering all over the world spread peace and unity throughout the world. You can use any of these. They're very general. Then, of course, what's the next part after they give a donation in engaging them? That's the last part, thanking. Teach them the Maha Mantra. So ask them this question, do you believe in the power of prayer? Ask me.
Do you believe in the power of prayer?
Yes, I do.
Let me teach you.
Okay, now teach me.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
There'll be a mantra card, and you can hand the card. Do you believe in the power of prayer? Yes, I do. Here, please repeat after me. This is a beautiful prayer from Sanskrit that wakes up love for God within your heart. Teach them the Maha Mantra. And give them prasadam. We'll have prasadam to pass out when we go on Sankirtan, and then you can distribute that to people. Say, here, take this prasadam, and then get their name. Write their name down in your book for follow-up. And thank them at the end. Thank you very much for taking your valuable time. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Here are a few tips. How to overcome obstacles. Fear of rejection, shyness, pressure to perform, laziness, and the obstinate mind. Generally, all of these can be overcome by good association. If you go out with the Sankirtan party, laziness can be overcome. The pressure to perform is overcome by being an instrument. Don't do this for some kind of result. We go out simply as an instrument for Krishna. Same with fear of rejection. And the obstinate mind you can do by tricking the mind. If the mind doesn't want to go out of the comfort zone, tell it it's just you're going for a walk. You're not going for book distribution. And when you get out there, you can pull out your books and start distributing. Attend seminars. That's what you're doing right now. Give yourselves a hand. Learn from others. You'll do that today too. Learn from your mistakes. That's very important. Don't expect that you're going to be great at this when you first start. You make lots of mistakes, and we're not in it for the result. Just learn from your mistakes. Write down everything you learn in a little journal, and you'll benefit from that over the years. Keep good association and practice. As you practice, you'll get really good at this. Here's a few comebacks. They say, I already know about this. Do you ever meet somebody? You show them the Bhagavad Gita and say, I already know all about this. You've met somebody? So we say, that's great, I can tell by looking at you. So you honor their objection. Always honor the objection and then move on. I'm a Muslim. Oh great, then I'll show you this one. So a lot of times we'll show somebody a book, and as soon as I hand it to them, they'll say, I'm a Muslim. Oh, you're a Muslim. Great, I'll give you this one then. And then you take out another book and show them the next book. I made a faux pas there. I said, I'll give you this. We never say give, we always say show. So you take the book back and say, I'll show you this one. So you've taken the book back, the one they've rejected within their mind because of their designation. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, I'm a Hindu, this, that. Whatever it is, then you take that one, show them something else, and then go on presenting. And oftentimes that removes the objection. Are you selling this? We refuse to sell it. It's too valuable to sell. We just take a donation. How much should I donate? Try to keep it under $100. But in your case, we're thinking about making an exception. Now here's picking the right fruits. When you go out to pick fruits on the tree, what do you look for?
That easy to call that.
Right fruits, right? And how can you tell a mango's ripe? You all know about mangoes, right? What does it look like?
Dark
Orange.
Dark orange, red, speckled by the sun, right? And does it have a scent?
Yes.
What is it? Sweet? Sweet, smells sweet? And how about the feel? How does it feel?
Soft.
And an unripe mango?
Hard.
Hard. Unripe mango, what color is it? Green. So you look to pick the right fruits. If you go to a tree and you find an unripe mango, you grab onto it, pull the whole branch down and drag it down the street. True or false? Come on, you're all engineers. True or false? False, right? You leave it on the tree because it'll be cooked by the sun. That's Krishna. Samsara Dhavanalali Loka. He's cooking everyone in the universe. Let them be cooked on the vine by Krishna, and you take the fruits that are already cooked and they're ready to go. Okay, so here's a ripe fruit. You see this person who's getting a book from this devotee? You see his demeanor, his smile? That's a ripe fruit. Now here's an unripe fruit. See this guy? This is in New York. He just happened to be telling off the devotee. See how disgruntled the devotee looked? The guy wouldn't go away, and he's standing there, Jesus is the only way, you are going to hell. And so this is, you see the body language of this person. Okay, again, ripe, unripe. Unripe, ripe. Unripe, ripe. You got it? So look for ripe fruits. And what do you do with the unripe fruits? Leave them on the vine. Why? Let Krishna cook them. They're being cooked. It's fine. Let them cook. Okay. Your reflections. Questions? Exceptions? Use a yellow Gita, not a small one. Okay. Which law of book distribution are we enacting right now? Number 2. What is it called? We asked them to get a book. Which second in the law is? Get 3. Get books. Because you can't distribute books that you don't have, right? Isn't this proof? Have you proved number 2? Okay. Very good. Number 1 is?
Good sadhana.
Good sadhana. What does good sadhana mean?
Chanting regularly and
But when you chant, you should also be on the internet, right? When you chant, you can look around, you can eat cereal, you can do whatever you want, right? Is that strict, serious, and sincere? Your sadhana should be strict, serious, and sincere, so you should concentrate. You should have full attention when you do your sadhana. Then you'll get, what? Taste. And we distribute the overflow. So that's the number 1 most important thing. Because why would you sell Bhagavad Gita if you don't have a taste for it, right? You go sell something else. But if you have good sadhana and you feel an affection for the Bhagavad Gita, you feel like Krishna is personally speaking to you, you'll feel ecstatic about showing it to other people, right? Taking the law, because we have Krishna Dharma, he got books. And then third is? The more you show, the more you sell. Say it 2 more times. One more time. And the 4th law of book distribution? Organize. Because you can do a little bit if you don't organize, but you can expand exponentially if you organize. Okay, so now, on this side, when you distribute a book, keep the book down here. Don't hold it in front of you when you approach people. Otherwise, you're broadcasting what's going on. You're out here. Hi. No, keep the book down here. Just relax. Let this part of your body relax and hold the book here. Or sometimes I don't even hold the book. I just keep it on the table over here. And I first deal with the people. I just hi. They just see me. And as soon as I qualify them, I say, great. Here, have a look. Right? Now I'm going to go through the parts. First part is radar. Right? Well, I'm using my radar because I have this power that comes from the palm of my hand. And when I point it at someone, I use my magic mantra, which is, hi! Then I get a reading back, right? Now let's see what kind of reading I can get back. Everyone watch. Hi! See, he smiled. Would you say he's a ripe fruit or unripe? Ripe fruit. Let's try it again. Jendra Kumar. Hi! Hi. Ripe fruit? Okay, now somebody be an unripe fruit. Mata, you be an unripe fruit. You ready? Hi! That's medium. I'll show you an unripe fruit. You say to me. You use your radar to me and say hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's unripe, right? So do you chase the person down the street? You chase them, right? No. Let them go. So if they're unripe, you leave them on the tree, and let them ripen on their own. So you're looking, when you point your radar, so a lot of times you just stand there, people know you're there, and if they make eye contact, then you can say hi. If they don't make eye contact, don't even bother. And if they do make eye contact, when you see them on the street, you say hi, with your hand up like this, they will respond in a certain way. And according to how they respond, then you can ask them a question. Are you from San Jose?
Yeah.
Oh, here, have a look. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. You've heard of stress before, right? Really, because you don't look stressed. You look peaceful. What's your secret? I knew you were into this. Here, I'll show you. And then that's when show and tell comes. So this first part is, it went very quickly here, but here's the part. Hi. Are you from San Jose?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show you one. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. You've heard of stress before, right?
Yes.
You don't look stressed. You look very peaceful. What's your secret?
I do some practice.
I knew you were into this. Here, I'll show you. So that's the first part. So I want you to all practice that. Say hi. Then ask a question. Qualify, trust the hand, put the book in their hand, and use your nutshell presentation, which is books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. Okay, so I want you to make a few mistakes, okay, and I'm going to note everything as you go through, go all the way through. Okay, all of you approach your partners on this side and start with the radar. And remember, keep your books down. Relax, just relax. Okay, go.
Hi.
Are you from San Jose? I'm from San Jose. Yes. Wow. I'll show you this book on yoga and meditation.
This is book on yoga and meditation helps you relieve from
So
stress.
are you doing?
Have you heard?
Heard about stress?
Oh yeah.
Go. Hand the book over to
Yeah,
you.
it's okay.
Put it in your hand.
So do you know what it is?
Well, books on yoga. You really want to
Okay.
Let me show you something.
Okay, everyone.
So I practice let's show you a book. This book look as book on yoga and meditation. Yes. Have you heard of it? You don't look stressed. It's like there's some kind of flow in your eyes.
That's the possibility.
Let me show you some parts.
So wherever he says just react, oh, okay. Then put the book away.
What do you do? Are you from San Jose?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. Let me show you something.
What is
The books are
okay, so this book is about yoga and meditation, and so many famous personalities have read this book.
Trust
And
me.
it
The books on yoga and meditation
and not that,
shows you how to
and that's what it
get free
This
from
book is
stress.
followed as a text in famous universities like
You don't look stressed.
Georgetown University.
And have you done something before?
And
Yeah. I do some exercise.
Oh, that's.
What's the secret?
Let me show you something.
What's the secret?
Yeah,
What's your
yeah.
secret? All right. Don't go into the